What's going on? Getting ready for week 4. Bills Dolphins, another divisional matchup coming up. I'd like to apologize for last week because I was way off in just about everything except for the amount of points the Saints would score. I did say they would score 27, but apparently I pissed a lot of people off by being that wrong. It happens. I was right in week 1. I would have been right in week 2 for the most part, but you know. Can't be right all the time. Not Adam Schefter or whoever. So I'm sorry. But nonetheless, the Bills, Dolphins this week. A lot of things going on both sides. I'll start with the Dolphins, I guess. Pennington out for the year. I think they were about to pull him anyway. They were 0-3. If they go down to the Bills at home, they would have pulled him anyway. They would have won with. I think they would have. They really have no excuse to be 0-3. They got a tough schedule, but it's unacceptable for a division leader. Or a division winner last year. I didn't really believe in them anyway, but nonetheless, I feel like Pennington would have got yanked. They traded for Tyler Thigpen, who maybe they want to build around. I don't know. I think Henny's going to get the start this week, but maybe they do want to build around Thigpen a little bit. He had flashes in Kansas City last year. Maybe he can play, but good for them. They have Thigpen. That has nothing to do with this week because I don't think Thigpen's going to play unless Henny totally blows, which could happen. But I don't know because the Bills defensively are beaten to death. McKelvin, season over. Kyle Williams, practice, which is nice. Brian Scott, hurt, ankle sprain. Dante Whitner, thumb surgery. So basically 3 of the starting 4 secondary gone. So Jarris Bird starting, Drayton Florence is starting, and he started before. So I'm a little okay with that. But the safety, George Wilson maybe? No, thank you. George Wilson, I saw, you're not. You're a great special teamer. You're a team captain. I love that. I just don't think you're a very good safety. I'm sorry. I can't do any better. Good for you. You're kudos to you in the NFL. I just don't think you're a very good NFL safety. But that bothers me. That the secondary is completely depleted. Our pass defense is already 28th in the league. We held down Breeze pretty well last week, I thought. Coincidence, McKelvin goes down, and all of a sudden Breeze is having trouble. I don't know, maybe McKelvin's not, obviously hasn't developed into a very good corner yet. It's only his second year, but that's what I'm most concerned about is now he's missing most of his second year, so he can't develop into a better corner. But I'm going to stick to this week, okay? This week, Bills, injuries on defense, hurt. Dolphins, huge question at quarterback. I don't think they're going to let Henny throw the ball 35 times unless they get behind. I figured they would probably want to just hand it off or wildcat formation with Ronnie Brown and Ricky Williams. Maybe try some stupid plays out of that, but they'll probably work because the Bills tend to fall for them. And I guess that alludes to coaching, but again, I could go on for a long time on coaching and just not really get my point across because I could just rant because the offense sucked last week. They sucked. Edwards missing throws, T.O. dropping balls. I don't care about him running the plays that were called and crap like that. I'm more concerned with the offensive line this week because now Demetrius Bell might not play. Now we got to go with basically Jonathan Scott probably moving over to left tackle. So cool, he'll protect Edwards' blindside right. Yeah, I'm sure he will. Kirk Chambers moving to right. He's a journeyman. He got cut by the Browns 3 years ago. If you got cut by the Browns 3 years ago, what are you doing with your life? Again, he's in the NFL. Kudos to him. And I hope he does well. Obviously, I'm a Bills fan. I hope he does well. I just don't foresee it. Because the Bills against 3-4 defenses are awful. They can't control the ball. They can't throw it. They can't run it against 3-4. It just drives me absolutely nuts. And that's why they are horrible in their division, because everybody in their division runs a 3-4. And I hate it, but I got to deal with it. We've lost 7 in a row division. This has got to end. This has got to end this week. No Pennington. Do it. Joey Porter might not even play. That's huge. He didn't practice. I mean, I don't know. He'll probably play because he's Joey Porter and he doesn't like to sit out and stuff like that. And he absolutely ate Jason Peters' lunch last year. And Jonathan Scott, he's obviously not as good as Peters. I mean, maybe he would play with more effort than Peters, but he's not as good as Peters. So that sort of cancels itself out. But I'm focusing a lot right now on the negatives. But you know what? I think the Bills are going to win. And that's really the third time in 4 weeks that I've said that. But, yeah. They're going to win because they have to. But so do the Dolphins. Dolphins are 0-3. If they don't win this week, they can pretty much mail their season in. Hardly any teams go 0-4 and make the playoffs. I don't have a stat on that. I wish I did. But the Dolphins have to win at home. But the Bills are 0 for their last 7 against the division. 0 for 7. That trend has to end. Has to. I would expect the Bills to go back to this. They ran the no-huddle last week, but I don't want to talk about the offense last week. They have to control the ball. Marshawn Lynch is back. Yippity-doo. Okay? Give him the ball. He's a beast mode. He will eat up the clock. And Jackson, I would expect to see a pretty even carry. Maybe if they run the ball 30 times, you see 16 Jackson and 14 Lynch. I would expect they would ease Lynch back into it a little bit just so he gets that physicality back. But I don't think he even needs that. I would just hand the ball off to him like every play until they stop him. But Edwards obviously has to make a lot smarter throws and hit those throws. If he hits T.O. for that touchdown last week, I mean, maybe we're talking about the 2-1 Bills right now who just upset the Saints. But we're not. They're 1-2, and they're bad. They looked bad last week. So Edwards needs to, I don't want to sound like T.O.-ish, but he needs to better assess those downfield situations. It's really what he has to do. T.O. was right. And T.O. needs to catch the ball. Don't get me wrong, I'm not defending T.O. right here. He needs to catch the ball. On that deep ball, he needs to look up and adjust to it. I don't care. You're a 14-year veteran. You know how to adjust to balls. Okay? Sharper's coming. I don't care. You look up and you adjust to that ball. You catch that ball. On that one that got tipped and picked off, you get inside. You know the ball's coming inside. It was a good read by Greer nonetheless. And I told you Greer was going to be good on Owens. But it was a good read by Greer, but Owens knows that ball is going inside. He has to get inside, okay? Just do it, okay? I hoping the guy doesn't blow up, but I feel like it's imminent, or I don't even know the word. It's inevitable, I'm sorry. As much as I'm focused on the negatives, I still think the Bills are going to find a way to win this. It's going to be tough, no doubt, in Miami. Miami needs to win. Bills need to win. Bills next like 5 opponents combined record 1-14. 1-14. They should win the next 5. But let's stick with 1 because I keep telling you guys about how I think they're gonna win all these games. Let's just stick with 1. The Bills are gonna beat the Dolphins this weekend. I'm gonna say by a score of 20 to 17. They're gonna beat the Dolphins. I think Lynch will probably get in the end zone on the goal line, and Edwards will probably throw one, probably to a tight end or something. I hope it's Owens, just so we can shut his mouth for 1 week. Well, I mean, he did a pretty good job shutting his mouth last week, actually. I'm glad he didn't elaborate on any comments, but just so we can please him. Bills are going to win 20 to 17. They're going to be 2-2. They're going to go hopefully win the next 3 after that. But I'll talk about that next week again. Guys, thanks for watching. Sunday's right around the corner. Get excited. Enjoy the games. Have a good one.